There's Aaron. Where's Katie?
Katie, look at Grandma. What's our
Katie? Hi, Katie.
My name is Erin DeRoche.
My name is Katie Reynolds.
And Karl Karlsen is my father. It does seem surreal sometimes that this is my life.
Does this much bad stuff happen to normal people?
He lies and he's able to manipulate people very easy. That's who he's always been. So for me, I saw the monster more than the man.
This is a story that has really taken years to unfold. I began covering it 7 years ago in upstate New York, but really no one could have imagined, no one could have predicted how this would end up. So we're headed where right now?
Headed to 885 Yale Farm Road, which is the Karlsen residence.
And the family's quite connected in the community, right?
They're a well-known family. They've been here for generations.
My grandfather settled right here. We're a large family. Karl is my brother.
Karl had 5 brothers and a sister, almost all of whom remain in the area. His father was a highway official in that county for almost 50 years. His brother was a town councilor. Definitely a family that has a lot of connections.
The Karlsen family name has always been a very reputable name in Seneca County. Seneca County sits between two of the beautiful Finger Lakes, Seneca and Kavik.
Pretty much smack dab in the middle of the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York. We're between the cities of Rochester and Syracuse.
The village of Seneca Falls is known for its wonderful life.
The current belief is that Seneca Falls was the model for the village of Bedford Falls in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yay! Hello, Bedford Falls!
When I met Karl in November of 1992, he was a single dad to his 3 children.
Karlsen's first wife, Christina, was 30 years old when she died in a tragic fire, just years before he would meet his second wife, Cindy Karlsen.
He seemed like he was a hands-on dad. The youngest, Katie, adored her father. Aaron and Levi they had a special bond.
Levi was amazing. He was so creative. He was very smart, but he had a learning disability, so when it came to bringing home good grades, he couldn't because of the disability.
Levi had a difficult life growing up. Levi's life was everything that you wouldn't want your kid to grow up with.
He went through a rebellious time in his teenage years, and him and his father seemed to clash.
As he got older, he got into more of the metal music, and he kind of changed his appearance a little bit, but deep down he was always still that same goofy kid.
He married early, had 2 young daughters. The marriage didn't pan out.
Levi kind of pulled his life together. He was a good young man. He wanted to make better of his life.
On November 20th, 2008, 911 received a frantic call from Cindy Karlsen.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Yes, I live at 885 Yale Farm Road.
Okay.
I think I need an ambulance.
Levi had come to the home of Cindy and Karl Karlsen at the request of Karl.
Karl told me that Levi was going to come out to work on an old farm truck that we had that day. Our plan was that we needed to attend my aunt's funeral.
While Levi is in the garage working under that farm truck, Karl and Cindy are getting ready and dressed to go to a funeral.
I went and got in the passenger seat of the car, and Karl had told me that I'm just going to go out and let Levi know that we're leaving. It was just a minute or 2. And then Karl came and got in the car. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary.
He and Cindy leave to go to a funeral down in Penn Yan, New York.
We were gone for 4 hours.
They return home. Cindy first notices Levi's car still parked in their driveway. She's kind of concerned.
I went into the house, and Karl came up to the window and the door and started banging and saying, "Call 911, Levi is dead."
Ma'am, what's going on?
The truck fell on my stepson. son.
The truck fell on your stepson?
And we just got home, and I don't think he's alive.
You don't think he's alive?
No, my husband's lifting up the truck.
Cindy's basically taken information she got from her husband, Carl, and is relaying it to the 911 dispatcher.
Oh, they want to start CPR. Do you know CPR? His chest is crushed.
His chest is crushed?
No. He's probably been under here for hours. Oh my God. This is awful.
Carl had pulled Levi out from underneath the truck. And you could see the indentation on his chest.
The truck was jacked up by a single railroad type jack.
This is the kind of jack that the police found?
That's similar. It's a railroad jack.
And you make for a very weak foundation. And the higher it gets, the weaker it gets.
I'll never forget that the team, we all went to this local junkyard to try to find a similar old farm truck, the weight of it, just to see what it would be like propped up on a single railroad jack. Would you go under this pickup?
I would never go under a truck. I don't like going underneath trucks when they're sitting all four tires on the ground.
So you got it jacked up here with a railroad jack.
Look at that thing tip. Look at that jack going, just wobbling. That jack is moving.
I mean, that's just crazy.
It really is. I mean, they have time to get clear of that.
You wouldn't stand a chance.
You're gone. I mean, you're gone.
The ambulance was there. They were just pulling Levi out of the barn and putting him into the ambulance.
When police arrived, what were the parents like?
Very distraught, very upset, crying, grief-stricken.
I remember the sheriffs trying to console Carl because he was so distraught.
Levi was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Levi's 23 years old at the time of his death.
At first, it didn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary.
No, it appeared to be an accident.
I get a call from my niece that my nephew has died.
I knew as soon as I heard that Levi was gone, that he had done it. I knew every fiber of my being.
I said, I have no idea what he stands to gain from this.
But it begs the question, could a father kill his own son?
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.